Hello. Come right on in. You're at Father Fish. Nice to have you with us.
Alrighty. Somebody had asked, I'm trying to look through my comments, but I know in my head they were asking about cedar driftwood and if that's good.
It's perfect. It's a hardwood. It's probably the best, at least in this area here in Florida. The very best driftwood is mangrove, but it's illegal in here in Florida and in many other places because it's illegal to cut it down. But mangrove driftwood is probably the very best driftwood for its ability to adjust to an aquarium, to be safe in an aquarium, to be absolutely gorgeous. The roots are stunningly contoured. They're beautiful. The next best would be the cypress. I really like cypress in the tank. Now, again, it cannot be raw cypress. It's got to be something that is cured, that's been sitting out and dried out, or has been dead in the water for some lengthy period of time. And you can find it. It will retain its hardness. It will not rot out, or at least not quickly. So you find pieces that are hollowed out, pieces with a lot of branching nubs, just really exquisite pieces of driftwood that are cypress driftwood that are really wonderful in fish tanks. Again, it's got to be cured. It's got to be thoroughly dried out, thoroughly. I need a word that describes waterlogged, thoroughly waterlogged.
Would saturated be a good word?
I think so. Yeah, it is what, I mean, that's what it is. It's saturated. Waterlogged is another word that describes the same condition. Yeah, something that the water has purged inside and out, thoroughly purged. And you can tell by feeling it. A piece of driftwood in the water will be very heavy because it's got water in it. A piece of driftwood on the land will be very light because it's dried out. It's kind of bone dry.
Mm-hmm. Coffee says fruitwood is good. Doesn't need to be dried or aged. And he also likes oak and beech.
Yeah, fruitwood is really, actually, any kind of fruitwood is a good hard wood. And the hardwoods, once you debark them, they tend to be pretty good. That's really true with the cypress as well. Cypress can be put directly in the tank. It's used to living in water anyway, so it's not going to leach anything out. It's pretty dense, hard to sink. You need to work at it to get it sunk. Usually, you need to weigh it down with something. Fruitwood, I've not had very much. I have done applewood, which I like. Cherry is good. Walnut is wonderful. Any of the nut or fruit trees are good, solid hardwoods. Of course, oak. Any of the oaks are excellent. They need to be thoroughly purged. Again, I just can't stress that enough because you really can kill everything in your fish tank by putting a raw piece of wood in your tank of any type. Yes, Cass. What else?
I'm adding stuff to my notes. We've got a few questions. Holly, though, is saying in her outside pond, she has 3-foot tall stump of cedar. It's hollow in the middle, with a really pretty hole. The fish love it. And she has a plant and a light coming out of the top.
Oh yeah, I love it. Yeah, Cypress is wonderful that way, and it's not going to break down. Now I the Blackwater tank that I had, someone brought in a very dry stump, a very old dry stump of a softwood tree. It was not pine. I don't know what it was. It might have been maple, or I don't know. Um, but a girl I had working for me wanted to get it off the floor, and she set it inside this leaking tank we had. It had no water in it, just to get it out of the way. And then, for whatever reason, some water got in there, and after a while, we threw a few fish in, added a little more water. It deteriorated substantially, but it never killed the fish. It was healthy for the fish. It was old, a very old piece of a very old piece of wood that had come out of a wooded area, a wooded lot that was thoroughly dried out. No sap in it, no life left in it. It had been sitting for years and years, and it worked brilliantly. It did provide a lot of tannins. It broke down. Uh, it created a very dark tea-like water, but it was also very healthy. We eventually broke it down because the tank leaked so bad. It was just a stream of water coming out of it. And I finally gave up on trying to keep it clean. We're showing Cass this little. Well, get closer up, Cass.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get off the screen.
What do you have in there?
What's my beta?
What else? Is that a?
Oh, the plant. That's an Anubias plant.
What's it growing on?
Nothing. It's just in there, free floating.
It's floating. Huh. How long has that been set up?
It's on my channel. It's one of the first videos I did. It's been set up, I think, since June.
Well, I hope you found something you've never seen before. Have a great day. Nice to have you with us. Come on back.